SERE prepares special operations soldiers for rapid, high-risk, complex missions deep in enemy territory.
We're going to sneak into these buildings right here. Come on.
We're going to have to retrieve a package and then move to extraction. Great job.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
It amazed me just similarities with military service and football. I love the brotherhood, the teamwork that it takes to fight for the men and women to the left and right of you. This is I Could Do That, SERE Edition, presented by USAA. I'm Lane Johnson, all-pro right tackle. Today we're outside Philadelphia. I'm here with a bunch of Army veterans about to get a taste of SERE training. What's going on?
Hey Lane, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Think you can handle some military SERE training?
I can do that.
Let's go. SERE stands for survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. Today, what I have prepared for Lane is an abbreviated version of the SERE experience. And then we're gonna put it all together in a culmination exercise.
So first thing Jason taught me was land navigation. So I had to learn how to use my compass and go from location A to location B.
We're working a technique called dead reckoning to get a direction of travel. So dial in 10,
okay.
And then establishing a pace count so we know how far we've walked over land, through thick terrain. We moved on to urban evasion, how enemy's movements dictate his movement, use of cover and concealment to keep from being seen or detected. All right, Lane, we have an urban area in front of us here, and if you kind of scan this area, you kind of see some combatants out here. These are the bad guys. This is my cover on the outside, and I have these buildings through here. I'm gonna lay out here in this last cover and conceal position, look at the most advantageous route. If I got a guy in a tower here, I'm not going to want to enter there, correct?
No.
So I'm going to want to look for those gaps where you can actually exploit the enemy's movement.
You're flank them.
That's right, flank them. There's going to be a package you're going to have to retrieve kind of in the center of an urban environment and then move to a rescue site. All right, Lane, the whole intention behind GTAS, or a ground-to-air signal, is to build a fire to let the overhead bird know your exact location for rescue. So we're gonna start with larger pieces of wood as a base. The next thing we wanna get on there is tinder's our smallest making material, light, airy, easily ignitable. Now I'm gonna go kindling. Pencil-sized to toothpick-sized pieces of wood. Snap when they break so I know they're dry. Placing tinder on top of that. So at this point, I'm teaching Lane one of the oldest forms of creating fire. Another more reliable means, using the ferrocerium rod and striker. There it is. Yep, upside down on it. Place it in our hole we made, feed the straw grass in. Once this starts to get established, we have some smoke here, but not enough to really signal. So now we need to take our greens and put those on. We're gonna throw those right on top.
Look at that smoke. I've been camping, I've been hunting, so I spent a lot of time in the woods, but never got to officially make a fire. This is really cool. Jason is obviously very knowledgeable. He's a great teacher, so let's hope that I accumulate all these skills and I can use it in our last challenge.
Lane certainly has the discipline and grit to take the training today and be successful at whatever I throw at him. All right, Lane, this is your culmination exercise. You got separated from your unit, enemy composition, unknown amount of enemy, disposition, it's a militia force. Use everything you did today, the navigation, the movement through urban area, and your ground-to-air signal for rescue. Put it all together now to accomplish your mission on your own.
Okay, I'll put my skills to the test. 60 degrees, 50 meter. Let's go.
During the navigation, Lane is going to have to negotiate through a wooded environment to find the initial cache. His pace count was spot on.
Okay, so we got to our first point. Let's see what's in there.
He retrieved that initial cache quite quickly.
Okay, this is the map.
Looked at the strip map, figured out his next move. Container Village. Hidden within that urban area, there's going to be a cache, and inside that cache is going to be the makings to build his ground-to-air signal, start the fire, and signal for rescue.
Some of the things that Lane Johnson is going to have to face, OPFOR, which is the opposition forces, that's going to be roaming in the area. So he has to be able to adapt and adjust.
The OPFOR, opposition forces, main objective is to keep Lane from achieving his objective, try to throw Lane off a little bit.
I can hear them, so I'm gonna try to be as quiet as I can. We're going to the bridge on this map. Across the bridge, away from the guy in the tower. So here we go.
I've had multiple family members serve in the Army and Navy. It amazed me just the similarities with military service and football.
Gotta get low. Guy in the tower.
The hardest part being a professional football player is just mentally coming in each day, willing to, attack whatever you have in front of you.
We're out here. We're gonna sneak into these buildings right here. Figure out what's our next move.
Lane did fantastic today. Very impressed with just his rapid decision making.
There, our goal is to get to that container. There's a tower. He's going in and out. And whenever he goes back in or turns his back, the wall last across the road.
Lane formulated a plan. He figured out quite quickly the route he wanted to take. You could see his intelligence as he exploited the enemy's movements.
The cache is here, so we are over here. I don't want to go and try to sneak through the main entrance. There's too many guards. Come on.
As we select people into special forces, those are the people we're looking for with that level of mental toughness that seek out hard days to become callous towards situations that would break normal people.
So now we have our tools to make a fire. Let's go. Fire starting spots here, so let's make a base. You elevate it off the ground in case it is a little bit moist.
He was able to get his fire started, establish fire, and then send up dark smoke, which gave contrast to the terrain that he was in.
All right, let's put the greens on here, make this smoke.
Make sure I create enough smoke to alert airplanes, helicopters overhead where my location is.
Great job.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
It felt like I conquered Mount Everest today.
Good signal.
Good signal. Black smoke, birds inbound.
Jason, you name it, he's done it. Green Beret, Army Ranger. I was very proud to, have him teach me a thing or two today. Probably the biggest honor I've had as a player. I was a 2024 nominee for the USAA Salute to Service Award. Military men and women, it amazed me just how they served with honor, the friendships they made, and the lives that they chose.
Could Lane make it in the military? 110%. Could he make it through a SERE experience? No doubt in my mind. He could do that.